In Fate Redline, we start with our main character Kanata being called by his friend for a favor. He's a magus, but a mediocre one with the ability to slow the speed of objects. His grandmother died when he was 6. She was inflicted with something at a young age that left her disabled. She cut her ties with people and researched magecraft till she died. His parents had a failed marriage. He does meet his dad every 6 months though, who asks about his wife and daughter. They ride their way to the grandmother's villa instead of the usual meeting place. In the villa, Kanata is told to find any mystic codes so his father can take those, but the money and anything else is all Kanata's. He is specifically ordered not to charge any mana into them. Finding a strange hourglass, he almost drops it due to a surprise call from his friend using his slow ability on it. Seeing his father walk in asking if he found anything to get no response, followed by his friend's call from earlier in the chapter and the call from his mother around the same time. Confused, he's surprised at the idea of time flowing backwards as lightning floods the villa. Looking at the hourglass, he thinks about what caused it, charging mana into it or flipping it upside down. Everything going backwards as he's sent back in time to a train where a girl is facing a giant knight. They get away and the girl gets her summoning circle and catalyst ready with Arteria scabbard, but the knight appears. Kanata avoids the attack, which I assume are beams, because real servants, especially sabers, shoot beams, but they could be thrusts. But his backpack gets destroyed in the process. His borrowed light novel falls into the summoning circle, summoning Okita, who easily destroys the knight. She asks the usual, "Are you my master?" and smiles all blade up adorably. When Nobu appears, not surprising since Okita is here, the girl's upset her saber was stolen, not realizing he didn't purposely do it, nor that she would get a different saber due to having a different catalyst. Going back a few days, we see her at the church, as it's explained the purpose of the war, reaching the root, but this has me questioning why it matters who wins if all want to achieve the same thing besides the prestige. Regardless, that's not important. 2 years ago, the servants and Grail disappeared and thus they failed, so the 3 main families can't act currently, which is why our girl has to take part. Normally, a magus from the east and this time wouldn't be allowed to participate in a war of this scale. Given the catalyst for the strongest class to summon King Arthur, believing he asked what she would wish for, and she answered a bright future. The priest reveals her name, Fujimiya Tsukumo, which will be important later, going onto the train where we are at the present. The master of the fallen servant tries to shoot Nobu only to get shot in the face, surprising Kanata, who Nobu calls a coward. I call it a natural human reaction, but magus lack empathy. Okita reduces the distance between the two, but that was bait. Nobu kicks Okita, readies her guns, and blasts the train. Knowing the situation is dire, Kanata tells Okita to do what she must. Both are ready. Okita blitzes and performs Tremble Phantasm, stabbing Nobu, who then retreats. Nobu tells Okita she'll come back for her head later. Okita sees if Kanata is okay because she can't get any cuter. Fujimiya interrupts, asking who he is, his goal, and his purpose for being here suddenly. Introducing herself, Kanata, hearing what she was saying, concludes that this is his grandmother, to both their surprise. We end off for now as 3 leave before anyone appears to see what happened, and 2 figures appear elsewhere, not named, but if you play Fate Grid Order JP, you should know who they are from Guda Guda 3, yet to appear in NA. Overall, I like the faces on Okita and Nobu. Okita somehow can make anything adorable. One question I have is, with Quantum Time Luck, get active if Kanata somehow changes things, or is it just irrelevant here unless the plot says so? Will Kanata change his grandmother's fate? What is your impression of Redline? Lastly, do you think Arturia would have been a better fit for this war, or is Okita better in this case?